Hello fellow riders, I hope you've got a wonderful day. Welcome in another episode of the Garage Wars. Today we're going to talk about the rear fender. We're going to try to assemble it, put it back, so 2 indicators, tail light, put it back on the place, and hopefully it's going to work for us. So stay with me. Yeah, so first we need to check what's going on here. So we've got cables to connect left and right indicator. Need to start from there. We also got the tail light cables, so we need to, well, we come back to that later. Now the difficulties I'm having is that this cable is quite short and is not going to reach. So I've got 2 options. I can make those cables slightly longer, or I can connect them underneath, which I don't really want. So let's see. Right guys, so I never particularly like this soldering business. I can't claim honestly that I know how to solder. Of course I'll do my best. Yeah, it's a bit faffy job, taking the time, and I'm usually quite impatient, so it's not my favorite thing, I can tell you now. We'll see. So at the moment what I'm trying to do is just to make a cable extension, so I can reach the indicators from outside instead of doing it underneath of the fender, because it's much more difficult and much more frustrating as well. The best way forward is actually to do it that way. I have to be honest here with you. I really dislike faffy jobs, and even though I've done it numerous of times before, I still don't like it. I don't like slow jobs. The jobs they required time and precision, those are not my favorite. So we're going to swap the tanks, my old tank to the new tank I showed you before. So we're going to go step by step. So in order to do it, what we need to do is we need to remove the fuel tank from old tank, and we need to move it to the new one. You have to remember to empty the tank before from the petrol, because otherwise the petrol will be all over the place. It's still some petrol left there, so probably I face it later, but yeah, I'll deal with it as it goes. So in order to do it, you need some tools as always. You need the Spanier end of T25H, right, which should work just fine. Okay, right, so let's go for it and see how difficult it's going to be to remove it. To do it gently, to not to damage the screws. From every single source I watched, I read, everybody said that this is the fiddly process, which makes me worrying. And the reason for that is that I absolutely hate fiddly jobs. But I guess if I want to do it, I have no choice, so I have to just progress slowly, step by step, and see what we can achieve that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. All screws loose. Now gently lifting and checking what is going on here. Yeah, I already see that it's going to be very fiddly job. That's for sure. Oh my god, guys, seriously, 15 minutes later, that was the part that was concerned the most. And yeah, it's super fiddly job to remove this one. I had to remove one of the cable ties on the bottom because it was blocking everything, and it was almost impossible to remove it with it. Apart from that, I've got it, but bloody hell, it's not easy or pleasant job. It's possible to do eventually, but seriously, pain in ass. Harley, why did you do that? Right, guys, I've got my new painted tank. I flushed it with petrol because that's what it was recommended, so that's what I've done. Everything was covered with petrol, but at the end I managed to do this. I'm not entirely sure why is that important. I suspect that's all because we want to flush all sorts of debris from inside of the tank. So I've done it, and then the tank is ready for the installation. Important bit here is also to check the seal if it matched properly, because in my case, I don't know, it's because I was removing it or what, it's just changed the position, so I had to put it back all the way, and it looks all right now. Again, from the top, let's see how it goes. I thought, to be honest with you, that actually putting it in is going to be far easier than taking it out, but it turns out that this is not necessarily a case. Yeah, I think the key is to find the position where the fuel pump kind of finds its own way to inside the tank, because there's no point to use force. If you use force, you're going to damage something. So yeah, don't do it. Okay, so screws. I'm not sure in all kind of screws you should put the thread lock. I don't know, is it recommended for any screws, or is it recommended for certain kind of screws? So just let me know in the comments below what do you think. What is better to do, to use the thread lock or not? Is it any special screws you should put it on, or it can be put on any screws if you suspect that basically they will be under quite high vibration? I'm guessing it's no harm to put it on all screws, but let me know, because seriously I don't know. Okay guys, so this is the moment of truth. Let's find out if last few weeks of work going to pay off or not. So I've got new tank, I changed the fuel pump, I moved the fuel pump from the old tank to the new tank. All right, let's place it in the position. Important bit here is not to trap any cables, so I'm going to attach the back of the tank first, and then I'm going to try to stabilize the position on the front. Technically it should be easier that way. Okay guys, so what we need to do now, we need to reverse the process. Everything what we disconnected, we need to reconnect now. So what we've got here is the main power for the fuel pump. Just need an additional source of light because you can't see anything there. So it's just behind the engine. Normally you like a plastic cover here, but I removed this. Not sure if I can show you that. Let's see. Yeah, you see, so this one is not very easy to show, however, because it's quite deep in there. But this is the end of the power cable for the fuel pump. So just a natural way it should slip in there. It's not so much about seeing, it's about hearing. You can hear like a nice click, and then you know that this cable is connected. The next one will be the breathing pipe, but what you can see here is it's far too long. So what I need to do, I need to adjust the length of it. So I need to clip this. It's a plastic, so it should be quite easy to trim. So okay, again, let's have a look together. So I cut it here first. See how it is? It's not too bad. It's going to be quite easy. So what I need to do is to remove this one from that one. So I got it removed. We need to connect it there. So it's going to go that way, right? And this end goes here. We need to put a drop of the super glue here just to prevent it to slip out. So quick measurement. So it has to be somewhere there, I guess. I put it here first to see if it's long enough. Let's see. If I push it in, that should sit all right. Let's see again. That looks good. I'm going to glue it with super glue at the end, but that's what it should be. So I shorten this cable now. It should sit here all right. I feel it's a bit of too much pressure here, so I may need to slightly reduce it. I try to use the scissors to not to squash it that much. It's quite hard, so I think at the end the wire cutter is the best solution. Right, that's better. All right, so again, yeah, and then here. Right, that looks good. Lastly, we have to connect the last connector here. Right, so just quickly, I always put a bit of a material there because you got always a bit of a leakage. So right, yeah, that looks good. All right, so that way we've got everything connected. I need to, of course, do a bit more, tidy up those cables, but that's in a minute. Guys, I feel like it is a moment of truth, kind of. I'm going to fill the tank and see if we got something or not. People say that this is easy process. Well, for somebody who's doing it for living, by all meaning, this is easy process. As for me, who I don't do it for living, it was a bit hard, involving many swearing, but at the end, I think I got this, but we find out in a minute. Don't know, guys, I'm a bit stressed right now. Heart of the bike, the fuse. Question here is it my lucky day? That way or the other, the tank is on a bike. Alright, fellow riders, I'm going to wrap up this episode of this mini series of doing some restoration, renovation and some tuning of my Harley Davidson Sportster 48. So it was a cool journey. At the end, what we're going to do, I'm going to wire the taillights and that's it. I'm done for now. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed this little series because the aim of it was just to show it how I did it. I hope that was helpful for you. If I help anybody, I'll be more than happy because seriously, that's what this is all about, helping other people. Alright guys, in order to wire the taillight where the wires I put over there, what I need to do is I need to kind of undone what I've done the other day because I wanted to connect the indicators to the ref handle, wire it and check if everything is working fine. And it did, which was obviously good. But I would like to finish this off by wiring the taillight. So yeah, it's not going to be my favorite job as always, but perhaps that gives me a chance to rewire everything here because I was a bit clumsy, to be honest with you, with all those wires. So I'm going to do it again. I need to match the cables. So what we've got here we've got white, green, black and red. Here we've got more cables because we've got a left and right indicator and also we've got a stop light and running light. So that's why. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the indicators because I think it's too much. I don't know what you think. Let me know in the comment below, but I think the indicators in the tail light is slightly too much. So in order to wire it, I've got the picture of the diagram. Have a look, you can see where all the wires belong. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that everything goes quite smooth. Alright guys, that wraps up this episode. That's it. We're done. I'm done for now. Well, I was hoping to give you a little ride just to show you around, but obviously the weather is not good. It's northeast, so it's always shit. So it's grey and dark. It's not going to be epic reveal of the bike. It's just it is what it is. I'm going to take it out for a spin around the block, but that's as far as it goes. However, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope we see each other again in the future. So see you around. Alright guys, I have to tell you that nothing makes me happier than the happy Harley. My Harley is happy, I'm happy. I did the quick ride around the block, mainly just to check if everything is working, and yeah, everything seems working fine. That makes me happy. That made my day. So that definitely wrap up this episode. So I'm happy, and guys, I'll see you around. Take care, ride safely.